Hi there, in this video I'm going to share with you how you can sing better with a bad singing voice. Now before we dive in, remember to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you get all of my future videos. And I just want to thank everyone who has already subscribed. I remember when I had 96 subscribers and like 20 views on my videos, okay? It wasn't so long ago that I was struggling to get 100 subscribers. So I really do appreciate every single one of you. Even if you feel like you're not a good singer, I keep doing this, I hate that, but you know what I mean. Now, if you are serious about singing, I recommend that you take my free 5-day singing course, which you'll find either in the pinned comment or in the description. All you need to do is click the link there, pop your details in, and I'll send that directly to your inbox. So, singing with a bad voice. Now, I'm going to start this off by saying, unless you have vocal damage that is irreparable, there's not really such a thing as a bad voice. It's only bad if you've really caused really bad damage that you can't fix, as I've just said. What you may have is bad technique and an unpracticed voice, okay? Maybe you haven't practiced a lot, or maybe you don't know how to practice. Maybe you've never had someone show you how to sing in tune and how to use your vocal techniques that most of us can pick up as a skill. There are some people that can naturally hit a tune. There are some people who can naturally sing on pitch and in key and can follow a melody very, very easily. That doesn't necessarily mean that if you can't sing on pitch naturally and you find it difficult to follow a melody, that you're a bad singer. It just means that you need a bit more practice, and that's okay. We're not all good at everything we try straight away. Some of us take more practice, and that's okay. If you are someone who loves singing and you feel like you would like to sing better, you're in the right place. Now, what I found is that most people who find it difficult to follow a melody, that's a tune, or who find it difficult to sing the right notes, so like ah, 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 it's just because they're not practiced in active listening. And I do find with most musicians, most musicians don't listen anyway, okay? They have a little listen for a little while and then they go into playing, and singers, they listen for a little while and then they go into singing and they think they know it. Most people don't listen. When you start actively listening and you're able to start picking out notes, and it's easy for you to pick out those notes and to match the note that's being played. So the first thing I recommend is that you start really and truly actively listening to music and just pick out a couple of the notes. Then see if you can pick out a tune, just a small bit of the tune. That's going to really help you with your singing. Now, if you're learning a new song, I've got a really good way of learning a song, and I'll put that in the description if I remember. I've been working with singers for 20 years, and I taught in college. I was a music lecturer for 10 years. And the way that most people, and of course I'm also a private voice coach and singing teacher. And the way that most people try to learn a song is to listen to the whole thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's the worst thing you can do. You can't pick up a song by listening to 3.5 minutes of a song over and over again. There's no way, it's going to take ages. So learn in small chunks. Start with just the chorus or just the verse. Start with the easiest part and then add to it. So it's like the pieces of a puzzle. When I do a puzzle, I haven't done a puzzle in many years, but when I do a puzzle, I always start with the corners and then I fill out the edges. So I've got the border frame, and then I start piecing the bits together. And sometimes I might make, if there's a face or a building, I might make that first. And then I might make another one if there's another face or another building. And then I fill in the parts around it, and eventually you have a puzzle. You don't have to learn a song from start to finish. You can start with the end if you find the end the easiest to learn. Or you can start in the middle. If you're right at the beginning of your singing journey and you find it difficult to hold a tune or to hold long notes, or to sing high notes, don't go for those songs that have lots of movement within the tune, within the melody, or have long notes or have high notes. Start at your level. So 2 songs that I always recommend to beginner singers who find it difficult to pitch or to sing are Mr. Brightside. You may have seen them on some of my other videos if you're already subscribed and you've seen some of my videos, and Back to Black. And the reason is that those songs stay on the same note for pretty much the whole song. They do move in places, but it's pretty much the same note. So Back to Black starts on this note. He had no time to regret, kept himself wet with his same old safe bed. So you can hear that we sing 2 lines before we even start to move. So I'll demonstrate again. He left no time to regret, kept himself wet. And then it changes with his same old safe bed. And you don't have to put the vibrato in the end either. You don't have to do all of that. Make it simple. He had no time to regret, kept himself wet with his same old safe bed. Mr. Brightside is very close to that note actually. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Again, it's at the end of the second line that it changes. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Depends how the song's written. It might be the 4th line. It doesn't matter. But it's a long time before it changes. Started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. So there is movement, but it's very small movements and not very often. I love rock and roll. I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. So it's not all on the same note, but it doesn't move very much. There are other songs that are like that. You can go away and Google easy songs to sing, have a listen to them, find the one that's easiest, start with a small section of the song and keep going over it until you feel comfortable with it. So what I'm going to do now is show you a few exercises that you can do to get you started, because even if you feel like you're not a good singer, I keep doing this, I hate that, but you know what I mean. Even if you feel like you're not a good singer in terms of what people would label a good singer, it's still important to warm up your voice because you want to get used to understanding how your voice works, feeling the feeling of your voice working and hearing yourself doing different things with your voice. So I'm going to give you some really simple exercises that are going to get you started. So we can start with a hum, and we'll start with a note that should be good for everyone. But I'll do it in 2 places. So if you feel like you have a higher voice, we can start here, and we're just going to take a relaxing breath in. It's nothing like, you don't need to do that. Just a normal breath in, and then just hum for a count of 8. So here we go. Okay, so we'll do a few of those and we'll move up the scale. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and now the trick as we move up in pitch, as the sound goes upwards, is not to try and sing louder to hit the pitch. Actually, we sing a little bit more softly. So let's do one more. Sing it a little bit more softly and it should be easier for you to reach the note. And let's move it a bit lower for those with slightly lower voices. So we'll start here. And again, as we go up in pitch, we're not trying to sing louder to hit the note. We're actually going to sing more softly and more gently so that we can, so that our voices can do what it's supposed to do, rather than us trying to force it to do something else. Here we go. Gently. Last one. Now, if your voice feels wobbly or you feel like there's some strain and tension here, then just back off the sound even more so it's even more light and gentle, and you can feel some of the air coming through your nose. Or nice and gentle. Another exercise that you can do to really get some focus in your voice is singing on zzz. So let's keep these nice low notes. And zzz. Now for those of you with lower voices, let's go down here and last one. I've got lots of singing tutorials and warm-ups on my channel. I recommend vocal control, I recommend head voice singing, and I recommend chest voice singing, and I will put the links in the description. I hope that this video has given you some more confidence. My intention is that it helps you to just try some stuff out, see singing as something fun, not something that you're either good or bad at, because like everything, with practice, you will improve, you will grow in confidence, and you'll start to enjoy it a little bit more. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, stay hydrated. Ciao!